Welcome into Game Night in the Region on the Region Sports Network, streaming live on the internet at regionsports.com, facebook.com/regionsports, and youtube.com/regionsports. We come to you tonight from Portage High School as the Region Sports Network presents the Portage Indians taking on the Crown Point Bulldogs in a pivotal DAC Boys Hoops Showdown. I'm Michael Brenner, have the play-by-play for this evening's ball game, and joining me with the color analysis is Doug Nelson. Doug, this is a big one in the DAC tonight. You've got Crown Point 3-1 in conference play, taking on Portage, who some, if you ask around the region, kind of coming in as a surprise 4-0 team in conference play this year. If you ask anyone from Portage, though, they're not surprised.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one tonight, Mike. You got two teams. By the Sagarin ratings, Crown Point's ranked ahead of Portage because Crown Point's got a really nice non-conference schedule. So, they deserve to be where they're at, and this is for a chance to stay in the fight for the DAC title.
Yeah, because if Crown Point can get a victory here today, that'll knot them up at one loss apiece. And then you got Chesterton, who's also in action tonight. They're taking on Michigan City. All the Duneland schools in action tonight. You got Maryville, Lake Central, and Valpo over in LaPorte. So we're getting set here for the start of a good one here at Portage High School. The pep band is here as well and rocking the joint. It's a half-minute crowd. I see the Portage student section out in full force wearing their, I don't know, what do you call that, the Western or the cowboy gear, cowgirl attire?
Southwest attire, I guess. I don't know.
The flannels and the cowboy hats.
Okay.
We'll go with that. We got a dance team up to our right, the little ones. And the pep band, they're swinging arms up there. It's a rocking crowd here tonight between two teams in red.
It's a fun environment for a basketball game. It's not real big. Not small, though, but it
yeah, this is we've talked a lot of times about, crowds coming to high school games anymore and where are the crowds at anymore. And sometimes, and I ask this question, and we usually have this conversation off air, but I ask the question, is it some of the size of the gyms that make the crowd look smaller? I mean, if you come to a place like this, we're not 100% packed, but it's a lively crowd. It's almost to the rafters. They're throwing T-shirts out as well with T-shirt guns. You can't beat this kind of atmosphere.
Yeah, again, I think, they like to support a winner. Crown Point always travels well, and yes. Portage is right on top of the conference. Coach Klaus and his staff's doing a good job, but I think another situation is, they're not split. A lot of conferences do guys one night and girls on the same night.
Yeah.
You have to make a decision where to go, but the girls sectional's rolling, and there's no other girls games going on this evening, I don't believe, in the DAC teams anyway, and so everyone's here. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, this is kind of a night off as the girls' side is going through sectionals right now. We'll have coverage of that right here on the Region Sports Network tomorrow. A little sectional one action for you. We'll talk about that as the night goes on, but we've got DAC action here tonight on the boys' side between Portage and Crown Point. And we're going to get you tuned in here to the national anthem, and then we'll bring you the starting lineups from TMB Tube Company in just a moment. Wonderful job by the Portage Pep Band here. It's time to name the TMB Tube Company starting lineups for both teams. Brought to you by TMB Tube Company. Start and advance your career at tbtube.com. And I believe we have graphics for those, Mr. Martinez. So we'll put those up for you. Starting for the Crown Point Bulldogs, it'll be number 5, A.J. Lux, the commit to Bellarmine. And the senior for the Bulldogs, you got number 11, Elliott Swan. Number 22, Jack Svedich. And right now entering the floor is Connor Cotton, number 23, a senior. Number 35, Seamus Molaski, a junior, also hitting the floor right now as Elliott Swan hits the floor. Number 22, Jack Svedich hits the floor, and then A.J. Lux out there as well. By the way, his dad going to be coaching tonight for the Crown Point Bulldogs. TJ Lux was a coach over at Maryville for a number of years. And now we take a look at the starting lineup for the Portage Indians, coached by Coach Klaus. First onto the floor is Sam Wellman, a sophomore. Then onto the floor, Michael Wellman, also a sophomore. We've got number 3, Omari Evans, also a sophomore. Number 24, Jalen Johnson, the 6'7" junior on the floor already. And then last but not least, Garrett Clark, the 6'3" sophomore as well. So Lux, Swan, Svedich, Cotton, and Molaski for Crown Point. Evans, Wellman, Clark, and Johnson for the Portage Indians. Coach Brian Klaus in his second season at the helm at Portage. After a few years over at Hanover Central, Lake Station before that.
If you're looking, Mike, you're looking at a team with Crown Point with, well, they got 4 seniors, and Portage who has none active. So you mentioned earlier, they're maybe a year ahead of where everyone thought they would be.
Yeah, the longevity for this program is certainly there for the Portage Indians. As Crown Point will start with the basketball. They go left to right on the floor.
The plan is they're going to make, Garrett Clark's going to make it very difficult for Lux to get the ball in a scoring situation.
Yeah, his job tonight already right off the bat as they feed it down underneath to Connor Cotton to get the opening bucket.
Nice little backdoor cut, right? Moving without the basketball. We talked about that last week. That's good basketball.
Passing to the corner here now for the Portage Indians. It's Clark. Feeds across the floor. And now a three-point attempt to try to answer the shot. It's Jalen Johnson to get the scoring started for Portage with a 3.
Now if Jalen is hot from the outside tonight, they're going to be tough to beat.
Trying to answer for the 3, and does.
Clark got stuck behind the screen. You can't go, you can't chase. You got to anticipate a little bit and get where they're going.
Portage now with another jumper. And again, Jalen Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry, that was...
yeah, that was Jalen Johnson.
Yep, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yep, 23, I think, made the other 2.
You had Connor. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. I look down for a split second. People are shooting shots, and all of a sudden they're making them, and I'm not paying attention.
We're good. Get your colored pen ready there, Mike.
Just making sure I was on the right color. A lot of red on the board tonight.
Yeah.
Portage trying to feed down low, or Crown Point trying to feed down low. It's picked off by Portage. This will be Johnson. Nope, this is Wellman, excuse me. And he meets a contact, and we've got a offensive foul going the other way. It'll be the charge, getting those feet set to receive the contact.
Yeah, he's got a jump stop. You got to come to a 2-foot stop there and make your pass. He was kind of a little bit out of control, and that's what a good defense does, right from the help side, and step up and take a charge.
That was Sam Wellman called for that foul, first on the team and first for him. Swan with it now.
Nice slip.
And they picked it off as Lux was trying to get to the basket. Evans dishes off to Wellman. Skip pass to Wellman. Sam knocks down the 3.
Even though the pass didn't get there, I love that screen and slip by Lux. Little bounce pass.
Crown Point back in transition. A little bit of a stuck situation there on the block. It was Svedich. This one picked off. A lot of turnovers here for Crown Point early in this one. And so far, Portage has been making them pay on that.
Yeah, we've talked about Portage defense a few times this year. They're ranked in the top 50 in points allowed. But they've been pretty efficient this year so far.
You mentioned the slip earlier. That was a nice one there for Garrett Clark, and he gets fouled on his way up, so he'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul was on Elliott Swan.
Yeah, again, if you depending on the Portage game plan, you're going to make somebody other than Lux beat you, right? You got to find a way to, and if you're Crown Point, Coach Lux, you got to find somebody else got to step up, have a nice night.
Clark knocks the first one down. Our game night forecast brought to you by Academy Electric Heating and Cooling. Academy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping it cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. 25 degrees, which feels fairly warm compared to the weather we've had recently.
It's supposed to be cold again tomorrow, though, Mike.
Don't jinx it.
Well, you just did. I'm trying to re-jinx. Unjinx.
Lux for 3. Bounces a couple of times, but falls off the rim.
But that's his game, right? Catch and shoot quickly, and he doesn't need much space or time to get rid of it.
Evans almost losing that one, able to use all of his frame to keep that one inbounds for the Indians. This one lost on the hands of Clark, but he's able to regather. Now on the far side.
Good defense by Lux, keeping the ball in front of him.
Jump shot from the free throw line, no good for Johnson. Svedich dishing off to Swan. Swan near the right block, has to dish this one out. Little bounce pass to the left. Giving it up here in the corner.
Good defense here by Portage. Good help side.
Going all the way to the rim and scoring is Connor Cotton again.
Might have got away with a walk there, but good move, good aggressive move.
Dikembe Shaw in the game for Crown Point.
Is that in relation to Dana Shaw?
I don't, off the top of my head, know the answer to that question.
You do any homework for this game, Mike?
I do a little bit here and there as Clark knocks that one down. I believe I could ask you the same question, sir.
Yeah, that's why I hurry up and asked you. I'm going to project it. Good defense, fighting through screens.
Trying to put the shot up was Swan, just hitting the back tug of the basket. They're getting some looks. The shots just aren't falling at the moment. So
sure.
Portage has given them opportunities.
I think Lux just shot it twice. And he's a volume guy. He wants to put the ball up when he gets it.
Feed down in the corner. 3 rattles home for Jalen Johnson.
Johnson's playing with some confidence right now. As much as I was getting on of him early in the year about getting inside in the paint, he's looking good and smooth out there right now.
Well, he clearly heard your advice earlier.
Well, sometimes it can be like fool's gold, right? We talked about that. You make the first one, then you go 1 for 10.
Making the shot from long range, Jack Svedich. They weren't all falling, but that one does for the junior. Makes it a 5-point game, 2:40 to go here in the opening frame.
He come in averaging 10 points a game. That's a good look by the young man. That's the kind of guy they need really some help from tonight.
Wellman with the jump shot inside the arc. Good for 2. It's a scoring frenzy. Already 4 different scorers for Portage in this one. Amari Evans, the only starter for Portage not to score as of yet. Give it time. Little jumper rattles down for Svedich. And we'll have a timeout taken by Crown Point. And it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Coach Lux knows what he's doing out there.
Yeah, he's not his first rodeo, right?
Nope, he was at Maryville for a number of years. 3-time sectional champion, 2-time regional champion. With 2:07 to go. The pace of this one is good. Only a couple of whistles so far, one on both ends.
That's what happens when you got a lot of perimeter shooting.
Yes, right? Yes.
They're not really attacking the basket yet.
Yep, nobody's driving too hard to the rim to get some of those ticky-tack fouls and body contact fouls.
Yeah, and one looks or that kind of thing.
So if you're just settling in, we got a good one here for you. Portage and Crown Point. Two of the top 3 teams in the Duneland Athletic Conference as of right now. And we mentioned earlier all the other Duneland schools are in action as well tonight.
It's probably out of necessity with officials too, right?
Probably, yeah,
You know?
because of sectionals going on for girls basketball as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday night is not normally a hotbed for high school hoops.
Not in the middle of conference play.
Nope, not so much. The jumper just off the range, and we got a foul coming here against Crown Point.
A little push from behind. Good official. Is that Doug Wilcox? Is that his name?
I believe so.
Doug does a good job. And good crew here tonight. Let the boys play a little bit. Call it when they have to. Don't get involved too much, right?
Jaden Schofield is the guilty player for Crown Point. You mentioned a good crew out here. Larry Babcock's out there officiating as well.
Well, we won't hold that against him.
He's our friend. We can joke with him.
Yeah. 2.5. 2 2/3. He's a tall guy.
Well, we'll give him that.
Well, yeah.
Lux trying to find some kind of open lane, but Clark is, as you mentioned early in the game, he is trying to play lockdown defense on Lux here. Trying to feed down into the right block, has to dish this one out, but he pulls up from long range, and Svedic has the hot hand for Crown Point.
That started on the weak side. I don't know if you saw it, but Lux set a screen.
Yes.
And if you're getting chased, that's what you need to do. You need to set a screen, get other people open, then flash to the ball. But if they're denying you and taking you out of the game, then get somebody else open.
We talk about certain players, if they're the ones, obviously, that's going to get a lot of the coverage, this is an opportunity to make your team better and the guys around you better.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing we used to challenge our guys about. How do you help give us a chance to win without scoring the basketball? It could be rebounding, it could be scoring, it could be setting the best screens ever, whatever. Just find a way to contribute.
Trying to feed this one over the top to Wellman. They're looking for a little double coverage and almost met a triple coverage there. This one tipped out of bounds. It'll go to Portage. And that's really solid defense. And
it looked like a little 1-3-1 trap.
Well, they're going to say it's going to go to Crown Point here.
I don't know if they want looking at the time on the clock. I don't know.
Well, and I don't. Can the official at the scorer's table that wears the official shirt? That's just because that's the official scorekeeper, right? They don't have any say in what happens on the floor,
no,
right?
He's just the book.
That's my thought. Book. Yeah. Well, because I was asking because AJ Lux was talking to that guy, and I was like, I don't think that guy has anything.
Yeah.
Any bearing on what happens on the floor.
Yeah.
But the first quarter has come to an end. We'll step aside. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week?
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party?
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area?
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Hi, I'm Crown Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here along with Doug Nelson.
There was a fun pace there, first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Moved quick, so now we naturally just jinxed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to blame that one on you.
Okay. I'm used to it. A little 1-3-1 half-court trap here by Crown Point. Coming out with a different look. Maybe do it one time and then get back to a man set.
Yeah, try to get a turnover here maybe.
Yeah. It worked for him at the end of the quarter. Might give him another shot, see what happens. Portage looks a little out of sync.
Leaves the perimeter shooting open, and that's been a shot that for Portage has been working all night long.
Yep. Law of averages usually work out eventually.
But the law of large numbers, is that how that works?
Yeah.
This one going down for Kingston Rhodes, his first points of the game, the freshman.
I think we talked about it. There hasn't been too many people trying to score in the paint. Eventually, at some point, you want to get the ball inside and get guys in foul trouble, put the pressure on the defense.
Trying to feed this one into Clark, who dishes it out underneath on the block, and now you got the foul. And just as Doug Nelson says, they fight inside the paint.
Yeah, there's a lot of gaps there, especially on the weak side, Penetrate and kick and get to the line.
So officially a minute into the second quarter. Stay with us after the game as we'll name the Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by IKOR-CC, the Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters. That foul was on Schofield again.
Our goal was always to try to make more than the other team's shot. So we want to try to get to the line, be aggressive. It's like a body blow. You open up the inside and the outside will open up.
Elliott Swan gives it up to Lux, who rattles one down, and it falls in. He's hit 2 shots today, both of them triples.
He's already got more than he had last year when he played him in the sectional semifinal. I think he had 5.
This one will stay here with Portage. Yeah, you were here for that game.
Yeah.
I was here for the Valpo Maryville game.
It was a crowded evening, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
A lot of people here.
It was a very similar crowd to what we have here tonight. But this is what, you and I have talked about this multiple times over the years. We love to see crowds like this. Yes, we offer for people to, watch it at home, obviously, and especially relatives that maybe live out of the area and can't come to these games or out of state or whatever the case may be. But
right.
We love to have these. It helps us. It helps the players on the floor as well, just to feel the energy.
Yeah, and again, that's a great point. I have a friend in Arizona that's watching it right now, and he's a buddy. We're all friends with Coach Klaus, and he's out in Arizona.
Hello, friend in Arizona.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Bring some heat back with us. But, what a great atmosphere here. And we're just getting started.
Kingston Road was fouled for that last foul, by the way. That's 14 fouls already here on Crown Point. Little turnover here. This is what was helping Portage at the very beginning of this game. Was getting some turnovers and getting offense out of it, and they're going to call a jump ball here.
Two hands on the ball.
Well, it felt like they were, like one official called jump ball. They kind of hesitated on what the actual call was going to be.
Right.
The baseline official ended up calling jump ball, and the far official said, "Okay, yeah, that works too," because I could have called a travel.
Yeah,
that's the call. I thought
that's
they were
one of those calls. It could go either way.
Lux in the corner for 3, and he got fouled though. And they're going to say do they say it's 2? The foul is going to be on Clark.
3.
They are saying 3. Okay.
Yeah, you got to let the shooter land, right? You're an airborne shooter. You got to give him a spot to land. Referees got to protect those guys that leave their feet. You see a lot of injuries, guys going underneath them like that.
We have seen many over the years, unfortunately. Don't want to see any here tonight.
Absolutely.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll have the Crown Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. They are the insurance superheroes. 2 for 2 so far for A.J. Lux.
I think Lux came in a little determined. Like I said, they shut him down pretty good last year in the sectional semifinal, and Clark did the job as a freshman. And I'm sure he's had this one circled on his schedule for a little bit.
Well, he is certainly a fantastic player for this Crown Point team. I happened to see Coach Swan before the season started. And, you talk about things and, what you're seeing in practice already, and he was excited to watch Lux do his thing here in his senior season.
Yep.
After they, obviously every year you're losing a few pieces to graduation, and Lux pulling up for 3 again. It's online, just hits the front tug of the basket, and Now we got a foul here underneath as Cotton was going up. We're starting to see some more contact here underneath as you were predicting what happened.
Yep, Crown Point's playing with great energy right now. They're battling. They're getting those 50-50 balls. The loose balls on the ground, the rebound that could have went either way. That was a great block out down here on this end. I don't know if you saw it. They had it sealed. We've talked about that. The ball hit the ground, but they're playing more effort right now than Portage.
First free throw is good. Going for 2. Rattles out. And we've got an offensive foul going the other way here now. And it's going to be against Molaski. That'll be his first and the team's 5th.
Tight end for the football team.
Yep.
Right? We called a couple of his games. He's got a bright future. Good-sized young man.
Well, one of the first things I was asked when I got here is, what are your thoughts on Noah Ehrlich transferring here? Thoughts are Crown Point's very lucky to have a very talented young man.
Yep, that helps.
Crossing over, going with a jump shot, trying to block it. It rattles in and goes down. Jack Svedich. So the bucket is good, and the foul.
Portage playing a little flat-footed right now. We need a little pep talk.
Sean King called for the foul for Portage. That's their 4th team foul. Give some guys some breathers. Crown Point obviously has taken the lead now, 26-19. It was a hot start for Portage right out of the gun here.
Yeah, that's what happens, though. You got to play 32 minutes. A lot of basketball's a game of runs. We've talked about that before. Try to be consistent with your effort, with everything.
Jaden Oliver in the game for Portage as well. Some other check-ins. They've got Dennis Mitchell in there too. Clark trying to find his way through. He pulls up long range. Just hits the front iron. And this will bring A.J. Lux back down in transition here. Svedich dishing down underneath. Going up is Molaski. I like the no call there.
Yep. Let him play. Defensive pressure from Crown Point has really picked up. Portage is not real patient with the ball right now. That's not a very good shot.
Trying to put it up was King. I'm sorry, that was Evans trying to put that one up on the teardrop shot. Fighting all the way to the rim. Can't get it to fall was Cotton. And now King with it now. .352 left to go here in the half. Little crossover move from Mitchell here. Spinning, fighting his way up. Had a good look at it. Put it up in a nice spot. Just a little too strong.
Portage got a lineup out there right now. I don't know where the points are going to come from. They got both Wellman boys and Johnson on the sideline, sitting down as assistant coaches. Coach Klaus is trying to make a point here, but
we got guys all over the floor here.
I don't know where your points are going to come from.
They're going to come from possibly Clark. He tried for the three-point shot. It was just off the mark there. And we're going to go the other way here on this one.
A little stalemate right now. Crown Point's pulled off from a little bit of a lead. 3-possession lead. You got some hands on your knees. You got some tired-looking boys out there.
So Swan, Svedich, Cotton, Shaw, and Lux for Crown Point. You got Evans, Oliver, as we'll have an offensive foul here. Evans, Oliver. Let's see who else is out there. Mitchell, King, and then Wellman is back out there.
Yeah, a little moving screen. Kind of stuck that leg out there a little bit.
So this is the 6th team foul for Crown Point. This one rattles down and goes home. Under 3 minutes to play here in the half.
Nice move.
This one going down for Svedich.
Right through Evans there. Good possession there by Crown Point. Good strong move right through him. Not afraid of contact.
Evans on the left side. He pulls up for three, just off the mark. Little volleyball action going on underneath. He gets a chance at a bunny and can't make the layup go down. We'll have some more check-ins and checks out here. Jojo Mabon on the floor for Portage. And Kingston Rhodes on the floor now for the Bulldogs. 2:30 left in the half. Swan with it now, trying to find a cutter to the basket. It looked like it was going to be Lux. Trying to come back to the top of the key. Trying to find the right rotation that works here that gets somebody open. Pulling up his Shaw, hits the front iron straight down. Just over 2 minutes to go here. Wellman pulls up from three. Rebound comes down to Portage. It's Mabon. Give now to Evans. Pulling up where Wellman again. Here comes Lux.
You can see the frustration on Coach Klaus. The Portage isn't really running anything. They're just standing around, and it's like playing at the YMCA, you know?
I saw a lot of that this season at the middle school level.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of standing around. I don't know what this is.
We got a little contact in the back, and this one turned over. Trying to feed ahead to Lux. Lux going up and laying it home. So the lead grows 32-21 in favor of the Bulldogs. We're looking to pick up their fourth conference win this season. Portage has been doing a really good job keeping pace with Chesterton in the standings. And Chesterton's going to be a hard team to beat throughout the night as this one goes up and down for Mitchell. And he will go to the line to shoot another one to try to make it the old traditional three-point play.
Yeah, it's just a weird feeling, isn't it? Right now, isn't it? It's just kind of like they're playing back and forth, and like it's a summer league game. There's not a whole lot of intensity on either end for defensively, and the crowd just kind of waiting to get involved. There's not much going on right now.
Yeah, it just seems very unorthodox, to say the least. Like you mentioned before, kind of like a pickup game.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, okay, Thursday night.
Well, that might be part of it, too. Playing on a night that they don't typically play on. Not that should really matter, but
playing in front of a pretty full gym, though.
And the foul goes on.
Is it Oliver?
Yeah, it's going to go to Oliver there.
See if Crown Point holds it for one shot.
Yeah, they got 33 seconds to work with. Pulling up for a three. Rattles around, can't go in. But they fight for the rebound. They give to Lux at the free throw line. He pulls up the one-legged jumper. It rattles around or rolls around the rim and can't fall down. We're down to 18 seconds. Mabon trying to fight through the defense here. He's got the left side almost open. It gets cut off quickly, though, and now the double team giving up now to King. And King gets to go to the line as the body contact there against Kingston Rhodes. And that'll be his third foul already is Kingston Rhodes. That's the 8th team foul for Crown Point, so we're in a 1-on-1 situation here.
That's one of those reasons why you want to take the last shot on the other end. You know,
correct.
Keep your guys from getting your third foul. That could be something that come back to get you later on.
They are going to let Johnson on the floor. Because the closest official is having a conversation with Lux over here. That typically happens during free throws, trying to get an understanding of maybe a call earlier or
sure.
What they're seeing as King knocks down the first. Seven seconds to go in the half. This is a good time to tell you that at the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll have the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game. Earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. King with his first 2 points of the game coming at the charity stripe. 5 seconds to go here. Going all the way to the rim, and it's no good. And trying to throw this one away as we get to the halftime with Crown Point leading 32-23. 5. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Start or advance your career at T&B Tube Company. At T&B, employees are more than just a number. They are a valuable part of the success of T&B Tube Company and make an impact every day. Located just a short drive away from Chicago, T&B Tube Company offers benefits such as tuition reimbursement and a community-like work atmosphere. To learn more about joining the growing team at T&B Tube Company, visit tbtube.com/careers.
Develop skills that will last for a lifetime with an apprenticeship with the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. The apprenticeship and training program is committed to developing highly skilled bricklayers, terrazzo workers, and ceramic tile setters to provide the construction industry with the best hands in the business. If you are currently working non-union and want better pay with benefits, or if you think learning a new skill with a paid apprenticeship while you earn your associate's degree is the right path for you, visit baclocal4.org/training to learn more about the apprenticeship program. Are you built to succeed?
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop. Since 2000, Hose Connections in Hammond has been a premier leader in the hydraulics industry. Hose Connections is a one-stop shop offering quality hydraulic and pneumatic products and services. Hose Connections takes pride in not only meeting but exceeding customers' expectations. To learn all about the products and services that Hose Connections offers, visit hoseconnectionsinc.com or call 219-844-6570. Hose Connections in Hammond, proven under pressure.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here at Portage High School, bringing on the dance teams, the youngsters bringing on the dance floor here. Doing a great job to the home crowd here at Portage. Crown Point and Portage, Crown Point leading 32-25. And it was Teacher Appreciation Day here at Portage. Kids doing a great job on the floor, doing the cheers. Doug, you might be able to attest to this. It was a Teacher Appreciation Day here today.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of teachers dressed up in their student athletes uniform, and
very cool.
It's exciting. It's always fun to, it kind of puts things in perspective. Sometimes we get caught up in winning and losing games, but it's still about the academics and the lessons we learn, and the IHSAs are those ideas that they're pushing. So.
Well, and it's fun when you get to, turn around. Obviously, you're in school all day long, and you're probably thinking about the game going on tonight. But then when you get to see maybe your favorite teacher or maybe your favorite class and the person who teaches that class or whatever, and then they get to wear your jersey, that's always a fun honor for them to have that. So it's a really cool opportunity here at Portage for those players to have that, and the support here from not only the parents that come and support their kids on a regular basis, but just the school community in general. I know a lot of school communities have that. It looks like the drum line here coming out at Portage.
A couple of my middle schoolers out there, man.
There you go.
They're jamming.
Always love the drum line.
Oh, yeah.
Really hypes things up. So 32-25 is your score here at the half. And leading the way for Crown Point is Jack Svedich. Normally you're thinking A.J. Lux right off the bat. He's not far behind. He's got 11. Svedich with 12. It helps when both guys have combined 4 trays in the game. And they were missing shots very early in the game. And then all of a sudden things started to change at that second quarter mark. It was kind of Portage's way in that first half. The first part of the first quarter, then these just got the big mo changed a little bit.
Well, again, when the ball goes in, coach looks smart. Everything looks like it's pretty easy. Portage got a little cold. Then you got to start playing. And Crown Point kept battling and fighting. Like I said, Crown Point was getting those 50-50 balls, those rebounds, and pushing. And it looked like Portage was running around in mud for a while. So I'm sure Coach Klaus is in the locker room nicely asking his kids to please play hard the second half and. Trying to little Mother Teresa. I'm sure he's got a little seance going. But, if you're Crown Point, do what you're doing. You're beating a good team on the road. And if you're Portage, you got to pick it up and get stops.
And he's got Jalen Johnson already in double figures in this one today. So we're going to step aside for just a moment. I want you to start thinking about keys to a second half for both teams. So I'll let you ponder that here for just a moment. We'll be back in just a moment. You're listening to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
For over 75 years, the Paul Hearing name has been synonymous with auto sales. But wait, did you know that Paul Hearing has a top-notch body shop? Your car doesn't have to be a Ford. Paul Hearing repairs all makes and models and works with most insurance. At the Paul Hearing Body Shop, there are no backlogs, meaning they can get you in and back on the road again fast. And now Paul Hearing wants to give you a $100 gift card just for having your vehicle repaired. Call Paul Hearing at 219-942-2143 to schedule your body shop estimate.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week.
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party.
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area.
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strack and Van Til. Now you know.
Hi, I'm Crown Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Fun festivities here at Portage High School. Michael Brenner here along with Doug Nelson. All right, Doug, we talked about what are some keys maybe for both teams. We already kind of talked about with Crown Point in terms of kind of sticking to their game plan, but what has been working truly effectively, and what do you want to see them maybe do just a little bit better or see a little bit different?
Well, with Crown Point, I've been really impressed with how they've been moving without the basketball. the guards are moving and cutting, and they're scoring in different ways. They're scoring going to the basket. Their intermediate game is shooting the three. The ball's going in right now. So Svetic and Lux are both doing their jobs. Svetic's already got over his average, and so he's really picked up that end of the rope, and Lux is doing well. So they're really moving without the ball well. Mulaski's doing a nice job of getting rebounds and controlling the paint a little bit. Like I said, they were the aggressor. If you're Portage, you just got to get stops and scores. That was some sloppy basketball. That wasn't what Coach Klaus is looking for, and that was a lot of standing around and, like I said, a little YMCA ball. So they got to get structured, and then we've talked about how young they are. But this is the kind of game that gets you ready, for, of course, the conference situation, but it also gets you ready for the postseason. This is a team that you're going to face in Sectional 2.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Sectional 2 is a loaded sectional. That is for sure. The draw for those sectionals are going to be on February 19th. So right around the corner. It approaches fast. Just when you kind of get into the rhythm of high school basketball here, it's like it comes and goes. Hoosier hysteria is here and upon us. Well, the girls are already in sectional play. They've already finished the first couple of days. All of a sudden, Saturday comes around, you're determining sectional champions, and by the end of the month, you have a state champion already.
Yeah, you're down to, by tomorrow night, I think there's be 128 teams left playing tomorrow night. And then you crown 64 champions in the Saturday evening. So it goes quick.
So we're just moments away from the start of the second half here at Portage between Crown Point and the Indians. I had to chuckle a little bit because you mentioned Coach Klaus saying, nicely to his team, and
sure.
I don't know him as well as you do, but
if there's any paint left on the walls, I'd be very surprised. Hope he doesn't have any ice on his hands or anything, but there wasn't one for the meek. I can promise you that.
Well, he is one of the top coaches in the region, in my opinion. He does a fantastic job, Coach Klaus, here already at Portage. He's looking for win number 30. If his team can come back, 30 wins in 2 seasons, not too shabby. He's got a 213 overall in his 17th season with stops at Lake Station, and I mentioned he had a heck of a program over at Hanover.
Yeah, he had a good run at Hanover, and that was the COVID year. He thought he had a team that could make a run, and
I definitely think I had the pleasure of calling a lot of those games.
Yep.
I asked him about it once, and I kind of got the feeling that let's just not talk about that year.
Touchy subject. Too soon.
Which fair. I mean, when you feel like you have a team going down there, but
yeah. And they had a team that they thought they were going to beat Culver Military and Trey Galloway.
Yeah.
I think that was the team he was looking at.
Fighting through the rim, or fighting through the paint there. This one just knocked out of the hands by Mulaski as Lux pulls up and hits the three to start the scoring here in the second.
It's like Clark's got a little limp, a little hitch in his giddy up. But if Lux can shoot it that easily and get the ball that easily, it's going to be a long second half here for Portage.
This will be a long 2. Won't go in. Crown Point brings it up the floor. Lux pulling up for 3 again. He's got back-to-back. And just as you would have done, you signaled up here timeout very quickly after that, and that's what Coach Klaus does. So it'll be a full timeout. We're going to step aside. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Start or advance your career at T&B Tube Company. At T&B, employees are more than just a number. They are a valuable part of the success of T&B Tube Company and make an impact every day. Located just a short drive away from Chicago, T&B Tube Company offers benefits such as tuition reimbursement and a community-like work atmosphere. To learn more about joining the growing team at T&B Tube Company, visit tbtube.com/careers.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Just getting that third quarter started, only 50 seconds in, but a couple of triples right off the bat by A.J. Lux. Forced Coach Klaus to call a timeout, regather. And we were talking about maybe the press is kind of giving Portage fits a little bit.
They got the guards, though. They got the guards to do it, and Lysander just standing around flat-footed. There's not a whole lot of movement, and cuts aren't real hard. There's not a whole lot of urgency. You know what I mean? They're just kind of like, okay.
And as a coach, that might be the most frustrating. It's one thing to have your team commit fouls and make mistakes, but if there is no, not to say these kids aren't motivated, they're motivated, but the hustle isn't always there 100% of the time, and that just drives coaches nuts.
Yeah, they're just not competing right now.
Wellman with the jumper. Clark trying for the rebound, gets the rebound. Nice pass on the baseline, trying to get this one to go up, and it's blocked from behind. Johnson was trying to get the first basket of the half for Portage, and it just kind of got snuck from behind there. Long pass into Evans here. Taking the spin move, losing it off his hands. Bringing it up the floor is Swan. Swan with the Euro step, trying to get it up off the rim. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Johnson. Johnson feeds ahead to Evans. Evans going to make the glide. He's going to draw the contact. Can't get the layup to go. They're getting shots up, and they're not, they're kind of point blank. They're just not getting them to fall.
That's not a strong move, though. He's got to go. He was looking in, falling before he even got hit.
And Lux is fouled shooting the three. And that was close to going in, so that could have been a 4-point play, but it'll stay free throws here at the moment.
That's one of those cardinal sins, Mike. You cannot foul a three-point shooter. That's twice they've done it. That's what happens when you're late, when you're trailing on cuts and closeouts are not very good. This is what happens.
Lux is able to knock the first one down. This is his second time going to the line after getting fouled on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. But he's doing a good job tonight moving without the ball. I've been very impressed with his movement and, making it easy for guys to get him the assist. He's doing a good job. He's living up to his name here tonight.
Knocks down all three. That makes him 6 of 6 from the line. And that's one of those things where, obviously I know he works really, really hard on shots like that and jumpers and threes and all that. His game is outstanding. That's why he's going D1. But when you do get the confidence you have watching, those first three fall down and then watching the first one and the second one, and this one hit long range for Sam Wellman. That's the first bucket of the half for Portage here.
It was a good possession. They moved the basketball, went side to side. That's a little more than what they've been doing here this year.
Svedich really had the hot hand in that first half. Trying to get the ball back here from Molaski. Trying to drive around the screen here. Dumps it off to Swan. Gives it up to Lux. Lux kind of has the feel and the confidence level, I feel like tonight. He can just feel like he can shoot it from half court and still feel like he can make it.
Oh.
And this one is a foul as Molaski was going up.
Little body gone way up. Again, defense wasn't set, wasn't there. He was close. He was pretty close to being there in defensive position, but he's just a little late, and that's what happens.
And that is the third foul against Michael Wellman. First free throw, no good for Molaski. Stay with us after the game as we'll name the Proud Union Home Play of the Game presented by IKORCC. Learn more at IKORCC.com. 2 for 2 on misses, I should say.
Yeah. It's a stop for Portage. You got to continue to get stops and scores and good possessions.
5:06 to go here. Sam with a little fake, drives, dishes off underneath on the block to Johnson, and he gets a bucket. Brings it within a 10-point game here. Give us to Lux. Doing a little crossover move, stepping inside. Teardrop shot won't fall. A lot of body contact down here, but here comes Wellman up the floor. Stops the three-point line, gives it up. Now here's to Evans for three. Just hits the front iron. That would have been a huge shot in the arm for the Portage faithful here. This one going up. It's a block shot. Wellman trying to get it. Can't get it to go. It's put back up, though, by Svedich.
That's another one of those 50-50 balls. That's what I'm talking about. You miss a transition three down here, and you give up a layup down here.
Yeah, a lot of times those swings will be majorly impactful.
It's a 5-point swing, right?
Yep. So you and I can do that math.
Yeah, I didn't have to take my shoes off or anything.
Well, now you're stealing my lines. It's Michael Wellman, and now we've got a lot of contact down there, and whoa. You got guys tripping all over each other as Wellman.
You see look at the guys picking people up, and you got people walking over there. You got your guy over there busting his butt to get on the ground, and you're standing around. You got to go over there and get him up off the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Support your teammates. You got guys over here spectating. Get your guy off the ground.
Coach Nelson in full force at the moment.
Yeah, I got a little heated right there. That's the kind of stuff you talk about. That's the effort. That's your.
Yep. Wellman trying to put that one up. It won't go. Back down in transition is Rhodes. Giving up to Lux. Lux drives, kicks it out. The ball movement for Crown Point has been pretty good tonight. They had a little problem early on in the onslaught of the game, but it has gotten much better over the course. Shaw driving, and he will get fouled. I know they're going to call the offensive foul.
Yeah, again, Portage is getting stops. They just got to get some quality possessions.
So that'll be his second foul of the game. Team's first of the half.
You know, when you're losing, you want to try to score when the clock stopped. Attack there, get to the free throw line. Maybe get some Crown Point guys in foul trouble, but right now it's just kind of it's got a weird vibe to this game.
Striker Van Til hometown scoreboard update for you. At the end of one, Chesterton leads Michigan City 9-6.
A little slower tempo on that one.
This one up and in, and it'll be an and one situation as Sam Willman flexes for the crowd. The foul is on Kingston Rhodes, which will be his fourth foul.
As you know, he's got, now there you go, you got 4 fouls on that young man, but a lot of time here. You know, you can still turn it around, and when the ball goes in, it seems like your defensive pressure picks up a little bit, but
down it goes, brings it within 9.
I'm gonna pick up the intensity here. It's gonna get a little hotter in this gym here next 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah.
Sam Wellman's the one trying to gather that momentum there a little bit. Clapping at half court, just trying to get his guys into this one.
Right.
Give off to Svedich for 3. It rattles around, won't go. Rebound comes down to Johnson. They'll try to push it up the floor. It's been a little while since we talked about Garrett Clark for Portage, as Michael Wellman puts one up and puts it down.
Again, we talked about, I think Clark's fighting a little foot problem. He's going to be okay, but he's fighting through it. But you can see it.
Lux tries to answer. It's short. Clark comes down with that rebound.
7-point game. Make this a 2-possession game here, Michael. We got a ball game all of a sudden.
Well, we talked about the game of runs. Right now, it's in Portage's favor. And really, you can turn back and look. A lot of it has to do with it. We'll have a foul here, and A.J. Lux not happy with the call. His dad saying, hey, calm down over there.
Yeah. I think this home crowd needs to get involved in it a little bit, too. Make some noise. Get into... Pump some energy in his team, because right now, Portage, like I said, they look pretty flat-footed, and Crown Point it's kind of got it in third gear right now, it feels like, doesn't it? It's a weird feeling.
It has a weird vibe, yes. I mean, as positive and energetic as this crowd is, as Clark going for 3, just can't make it as Michael Wellman fighting for that rebound, but it just tips into the hands of Crown Point here. It feels like this game is being played on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It is how it's kind of the vibe.
Yeah. It's like, all right, red and white, shoot for 5.
Shaw with it as they're passing around the perimeter here with $1:22 to go in the third quarter. You know, Lux wants the possession. He wants to be able to be the guy.
Well, they're okay with taking the air out of the ball here a little bit. They got a couple guys in foul trouble.
Yeah, slow the momentum a little bit that Portage is building.
Sure, why not? You got the lead.
And there's no dire need to.
Looks like they have possession of the next jump ball, so they'll have it at the end of the next quarter.
Going up for three. It's no good. Johnson comes down with a rebound on the missed shot from Cotton.
Or just shoot a three with 45 seconds. You can
They're
get that
high
shot
school
anytime, Mike.
right,
You can get that shot anytime. I mean,
he's open, though.
Yeah, you're probably open for a reason.
We have true Coach Nelson up here tonight. I love it. Clark swinging it around. Wellman got to make the drive. He's going to go up. It's just a little off balance there. He's not happy with it, and it'll be a foul here against Portage. It's against Maybon. That'll be his first. Team's third of the half.
Yeah, you know, someone like, I don't know if you mentioned it, but the guy you haven't heard from lately is Jalen Johnson. Where's he been?
Well, he's been getting the rebounds. He hasn't made a whole lot of the shots. But yes, I
you know,
your point well taken.
Yeah, you got to play 32 minutes of basketball. You got to be consistent effort.
And this is what Lux is willing to do here. 6 seconds to go. Looking for him to drive it like 4 seconds. He pulls up for three. It's no good. He gets his shot. It's up. And it's short again, and they're going to ask for a foul. And that is how the third quarter will come to an end. We'll step aside. You're watching Game Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals, and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Portage High School. Make sure you stay with us at the conclusion of the game. We'll name the Crown Company's Lantern superhero of the game. They're proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court. And then we will also have the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game. Learn more about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org.
Well, Portage got to get stops and scores. Like we said, your Crown Point, you just want to keep getting quality possessions. Their shooters have been open, and they've been getting looks. Kind of an unforced error there.
Crown Point looking for their 10th win of the season. We got something on the floor.
Cheerleader stuff.
Lawrence will pick that up for us.
Good eyes right there, by the way. That's why he's a good official, I guess.
Actually, I think somebody pointed it out. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Sam Wellman. He's been the glue guy so far today to try to get Portage back in this game. Clark fighting hard and putting up a shot. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Maybon. He goes up. He'll go to the line as he was fouled.
JoJo, that's the kind of effort you're looking for, and that's what JoJo does. He brings that energy. He's the smallest guy in the court right now, and he got that offensive rebound somehow. But, again, if Portage wants to get back in this game, that's what they're going to have to do, score with the clock stopped and get those extra possessions.
Knocks it down for his first points. First point of the game, I should say.
Yeah, if you're Crown Point, just do what got you here. You know, you can't, you know, we've talked about it. You can't start coasting. You know, there's a long way to go here.
2 for 2 from the line for Maybon.
Portage stays in their half court man-to-man. They got somebody else chasing Lux, though. Be very patient with the basketball. Michael Wellman's got the job of chasing A.J. Lux around right now.
Block here against Sam Wellman.
It's all right. 4th team foul.
In reality, in this stage of the game, that's not a bad foul because if you get in a situation where you need to foul to stop the clock, at least you're a little bit closer.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you don't want to send him to the line, but
and that's only his 2nd personal foul.
Yeah, so you got plenty of time.
They're in good shape. Well, they're playing kill some clock here.
Going for the three-point ball, trying to come up, and it's going to be a foul going the other way. It's on Molaski.
That is so hard right now if you're Crown Point. Are you trying to kill clock?
Right.
I mean, that's a good shot. Svetic,
it was,
he's been hot. And and if you're Lux, you're like, don't shoot it. But if you go in, you're like, hey, man, nice shot. You know, I mean, it's just that funny. That's why I think you got to keep your foot on the gas and keep playing. It's what's working. The ball's going in. He's been hot tonight.
The 5th team fouls. This one goes in for Maybon.
JoJo Maybon, I'm telling you. You give me 12 JoJo Maybons and I'll play anybody.
Lux wants to quiet the crowd down. He thought about shooting it. He will here. It's online, but it's just a little far on the basket. He's missed his last 3 or 4 that he's attempted. He started off the half hot, and now it's within a 2-point game.
You believe that? I mean,
Johnson, who you were mentioning earlier, tries to put one up. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
The Portage crowd needs to pick it up a little bit and get involved in this game. They can make a difference in this game.
The foul is on Connor Cotton, his first, and we'll have a timeout taken by Crown Point. 6 minutes to go here in the quarter. And Doug, I'm going to actually keep it here. Okay, so we got free throws coming up here. What is if you're Coach Lux, what are you saying to your guys right now?
That's what I'm saying. You don't want guys thinking about, is this a good shot? If I make this, is Coach going to be mad? Keep playing. Yeah. Doing what's got you here. Svetic's been hot. Lux has been hot. Seamus is getting setting great screens down below. Keep playing. You don't start pulling it out with 6 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. We actually won a sectional one time down at KV girls basketball. We're playing Knox. They pulled it out too early.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, we're going to crank it up now. And we won a sectional against a better team that year. So you need to keep your foot on the gas and sprint to the finish line. You can't coast.
So are you calling off a lot of the three-point shots? Are you trying to drive to the basket? But if you have the open look, you're okay with the shot.
If it's open, shoot it. That's how you had a lead earlier.
Yeah.
The ball. Your guards have been hot. Lux has been hot. Svetic's been hot. Do it. Keep going. Don't slow down. You don't want your guys thinking, is this a good shot? Just thinking, you just want to think shoot like you would in the first quarter.
Right.
The more you think about it, then you start hesitating. Is this good? Is this not?
It is amazing the psychology that plays into sports, especially in a game like this. I mean, the psychology is in every sport. Football and golf, especially, I think is more mental than anything else. But
you don't want your kids thinking. You just go play. And then at the end, if you got to kill time and get the ball in your free throw shooter's hand, then do it. But 6 minutes left. That's forever.
We still have a long way to go here in this quarter. Johnson is 1 of 2 now from the line, so it's a 1-point game. Just under 6 minutes to go. Svetic will bring it up the floor. Gives it off to Cotton. Cotton looking for the next guy. Currently with Swan, and now here's Lux. Lux is fine going near the half-court line. He's going to try to drive. Here's going baseline. Put it up on a reverse, but it's a charge.
A charge call.
And we got guys going down hard.
That was JoJo Maybon taking the charge. Hopefully everyone's okay.
Yeah, there was some hard contact onto the floor.
Who was that on the ground for Crown
Maybon?
Point?
It is. It looks like Jack Svetic. Excuse me.
You landed pretty hard, man.
Let's go ahead and step aside for a moment. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
With electrical services from Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, you can radiate the perfect amount of light and energy into your home. From rewiring and code upgrades to ceiling fans, lighting, security, and more, Economy Electric Heating and Cooling's trained electricians will make sure you can enjoy your home on full power all the time. For a free estimate on electrical work, call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling at 219-923-4441, and you can visit them on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com. That's the number 4ajobdoneright.com.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Svedich is up and moving, and now what we're trying to figure out here, he's still on the floor.
I think the athletic trainers are talking with the coach Lux. He's got to come out.
Yeah, athletic trainers are chatting with the bench here on Crown Point. They're saying he's fine. He says, no, I don't want to come out, but I think he has to because I believe one of the rules is that if your coach goes onto the floor, you have to come out.
Yeah, I think if personnel are on there, I think if he called a timeout.
Yeah, if he called a timeout, he would have been fine. Yes.
But I don't know if is that the Crown Point trainer or is that the Portage trainer? But
I don't know who he's talking, but I think they're going to be They're going to be looking at him for concussion because he hit his head on the floor.
Yeah.
And the smart thing to do, whether you like it or not.
Right.
You know, obviously in the last couple of months, we've seen the human side of sports, and I'm always going to say on the side of player safety as we got guys hitting the floor, and we're going to have a tie up here. But that is
it's an issue. But for Portage there, the ball got stuck on that side of the floor. They got to reverse the ball a little bit. So it looks like he's cleared and ready to go.
He's on the bench. Wellman waiting for the contact. It's blocked by Lux. Lux looking ahead, going up, and getting it down. Kingston Rhodes, who's in there with 4 fouls, gets the layup on the nice feed from A.J. Lux.
That's the big thing here with Portage being so young. Who's going to take the big shot? That's what they have to figure out yet, right? They haven't really had a game where someone had to step up and make the big shot.
Wellman, and we got a timeout taken by Portage here. 4:46 to go in the fourth quarter.
They have 3 or 4 guys that can take the big shot.
And we got 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here.
Yeah. If you're Crown Point, you want to stay on the ground. Still a long way to go, like we talked about.
Yeah, 4:46 left, and a lot to work with here. 3-point game. And the other nice thing for Portage is that they are in the bonus. So all fouls by Crown Point at this point are sending Portage to the line.
I think you talked about Kingston Rhodes had 4, correct?
I have him for 4 fouls, yes. This one up and just over the net. Fighting for the rebound is Molaski. So Lux with it here. Trying to cross over Michael Wellman.
Yeah. Like I said, if you're Crown Point, you've been running stagger screens, ball screens, keep moving, keep scoring. You've been running some diagonal cuts. It looks like a better possession for Crown Point. You just can't hesitate. You got to keep going.
Trying to look for someone to pass out to. They find Lux. It was Swan who's looking for the open man. Lux going up to the window, and we're going to have a block foul here against Portage.
I think that one there was positioning. He wasn't square to Lux as he drove, right? He was kind of sideways. You can see Lux getting up a little slow.
And the foul is on Maybon. This time that is the team's 5th foul. So Lux will go to the line to shoot 2. He's been pretty successful there so far tonight.
Yeah.
And he remains so.
A little offense, defense. Svedich came back in.
I was wondering, because with Rhodes in there with 4 fouls, I was wondering if Lux was going to run with him until he fouled out of the game potentially and then put Svedich back in, but not the case here as A.J. Lux has made 5 free throws in a row and is 8 of 8 on the night.
Yeah, he looked. I don't know if he's hit the rim yet, Mike. He's
they have been
pretty pure. That was double dribble.
Double dribble here. Gives it back to Crown Point. And it'll be Amari Evans to check back in. Clark will have a seat.
Yeah, like I said, that foot's really bothering him. Has he even scored this evening? I don't know if he's even scored.
I have him for 4 points.
Yeah, he's
all
struggling.
in the first quarter.
Might be a little offense-defense here as well. But that's a
little body contact there from Johnson to Lux.
Probably a block.
Giving up here in the corner for 3, and it hits.
Yeah.
That's a big shot for Connor Cotton.
Yeah.
Who's been pretty quiet tonight at 4 points in the first quarter. He's got 8 now total.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about.
And there you were talking about Johnson earlier. He's wide open under the basket and gets his bucket.
Crown Point, though, just needs to keep playing. You know, you're not trying to slow anything down. And before that timeout, they looked like they were hesitant. You know, like we talked about. They got to just keep going.
Going all the way to the rim and putting it down again is Cotton. That's 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Yep, stay aggressive if you're Crown Point. If you're Portage, you got to get stops.
We've got a timeout taken again by Portage. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll step aside. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
.256 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Crown Point and Portage, both of these two teams will be in sectional number 2, and we know it's a loaded sectional. That'll be over at Crown Point this year. Crown Point, a 9-time sectional champion, first winning back in 1966. Haven't won a sectional since 2016 when they hosted, and it took them, in a matchup against Valpo, it took them 2 overtimes to get that victory. Talk about an instant classic. Can you imagine 2 overtimes in a sectional championship?
That's a lot of tired people out there.
Ooh, man.
Double bounce pass.
And the ball movement here. Clark for 3. Just off the mark. Wellman trying to fight back. Can't get it to go. Johnson with the rebound. He gets swatted out of the air. I don't know, Doug. That looked pretty clean to me.
Yeah. Got bailed out a little bit. Johnson's got to do a better job of going strong.
Molaski getting called for that foul, and I don't usually try to go against the officials. They've got the way better look.
Sometimes when you swat like that, it just looks like a foul, right?
Yeah, because sometimes you bring that arm down. Johnson can't connect on the first free throw. 2:34 left to go. For Portage, they've won sectionals 10 times in their program history. Johnson 0 for 2.
It's those little points there.
Well, we
can bring it down to a 2-possession game if you make those 2 free throws.
Well, just about a week ago, we were over in Chesterton watching them in Lake Central, and that game really came down to missed free throws. And these are chances for Portage to get back into this game. This one drove in and put down by Cotton. He's having a good fourth quarter here. Well, you were asking if this one in and down for Sam Wellman. So he'll go to the line to make it a 3-point play. The old-fashioned way. The foul is on Lux. That's 3rd on him. You were asking if I do homework for the game. I do a little bit.
I'm sure.
Maybe not as much as maybe not into the family trees as much, but I can tell you it's been a long time since Portage has beaten Crown Point, whether here or on the road. A lot of double coverage there. I'll give you that number here in just a minute as Lux going to the window and getting it down.
You mean in the regular season?
Regular season, yep.
Yeah.
I believe even postseason. They haven't matched up a whole lot in postseason play. This one goes just over the cheerleaders, over to Crown Point ball. It's been since 2009 that Portage has beaten Crown Point. That is a 13-game winning streak for the Bulldogs, going all the way back to 2009. Who were you coaching at the time? 2009?
Was that Hanover? Was that Hanover?
You tell me. I don't
know. Right around there. Yeah, that was probably Hanover.
I was a junior in high school.
Make me feel old. Thanks, Mike.
Rhodes going up and putting it down.
That's what you were going for the whole time.
I was working it up just for that.
You did. You certainly did.
Oh, and Wellman still getting it done on this end of the floor. And we'll have a whistle here. The timeout taken by Crown Point. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 1:18 to go at Portage. You know, we thought this would be a good game, and it's been tight for the most part and a lot of points in the ball game. And right now, you were talking about Crown Point really needing to put their foot on the gas, and they have done so.
Yeah.
Ever since you mentioned, since it was a 2-point game, they put their foot back on the gas.
I thought they looked hesitant.
Yeah.
For a few possessions, starting at the end of the third and starting the fourth, and then Coach Lux called the timeout, and he said, it looked like he said, "Let's go, play." You can't hesitate. You can't think about it. You got to just keep going. But again, this is what we talked about. Crown Point needed this game to stay in the fight for the. Now this gives them a chance.
Yeah.
Because if Portage goes and beats Chesterton in a couple of weeks, then they all have one loss. Then they all share it. So, right? Is that right?
That would be right.
I think that's my math again. There you go. Oh no, he didn't touch it.
They're saying he tipped it.
I don't think he did. But, oh, well. Made a good angle, didn't we? It was
we
right,
did, yeah.
Right down the barrel here.
They're trying to find someone to pass it to. They might have a turnover on the 5-second call.
You got a trap or...
Well, it's a close...
I would not want to foul him. Maybe foul anybody but him. There you go.
Got a foul here. I can tell you, Strike and Van Til hometown scoreboard update at the half. This is the last update we have. Chesterton leads 26-25 over Michigan City. So that's a close one over there.
Close one. We've talked about it. There's no sleepers.
Tyler Parrish has double-digit scoring in that one. Hodgson Franklin leading the way for the Wolves as well.
Yeah, you got to decide if you're Portage, you're going to foul. There you go. If you're going to foul, if you're one pass away from a trap, then you should be denying. You don't want to let Lux get the ball back. He passed the ball into a trap and got it right back. That's kind of defeats the purpose.
So it'll make things real interesting if Michigan City at home can come back and get a victory against Chesterton, because that would give everyone one loss without having everyone played each other already.
Sure.
Portage will play Chesterton on the 10th over at Chesterton, and that's a hard environment to go to and play with a lot on the line, because just as much as the Portage crowd here is behind their team, Chesterton fans are always in attendance over in Chesterton.
Well, Portage has Chesterton.
And then LaPorte.
Next weekend, then LaPorte. And then Crown Point will have
Valparaiso and Lake Central.
Lake Central. That's not easy either.
No.
So there's still a lot of work to be done, but yeah, one piece at a time. You got one game, and there's nothing you can look past.
Well, as of right now, you got three teams at the top here that are all kind of bunched together. Yes, two are undefeated, one with one loss, and then it's kind of a wide open look after that. You have Valpo at 2-2, LC, Michigan City, LaPorte all at 1-3, and then Maryville can always be a wild card type of team, especially in the playoffs.
Sure.
We saw that here on this floor last year.
Yeah, jumped up and got Valpo. So if you're Portage, you want to trade, keep fouling and maybe trade 2 for 3 or 1 for 3 or 2, or he fouled out.
Missed opportunity there for Elliott Swan.
Got to go quick and you got to score.
It's 1-and-1 opportunities. We got a jump ball called here.
He was Molaski just standing there, waiting for him to run into him. So that's good defense by Molaski. Good discipline. Straight up, walled up.
I've also got, if that is right, I got Sam Wellman for. Oh, Lux!
There's the exclamation
putting it
point
down.
we talked about.
The steal by Rhodes, given back to Lux. Bringing it up the floor, and they're going to dribble this one out here. It's got to stay on that side of the floor. 7 seconds remain. And that'll just about do it. Crown Point gives Portage their first DAC loss of the season. We'll step aside and bring you the award winners in just a moment. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Did you know?
Wow, they'll prepare fresh fish while you wait.
Did you know?
They make over 40,000 donuts from scratch every week?
Did you know?
They offer 23 different deli platters for your party.
Did you know?
They have freshly chopped fajita mix ready to cook.
Did you know?
They have the best fried chicken in the area.
Did you know?
They offer our signature curbside service 14 hours a day.
Strachan Van Til. Now you know.
Hi, I'm Crown Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
From schools to stadiums, hospitals and bridges, everywhere you look, union carpenters are building Indiana. With jobs and skilled trades in high demand, there's never been a better time to start building your future. As an apprentice, you'll earn a debt-free college degree, earn while you learn, and receive great benefits like healthcare and retirement. So what are you waiting for? Visit carpenters.com to learn more. Visit carpenters.com and start building your future today.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Michael Brenner here along with Doug Nelson. Final score, Crown Point 60, Portage 49. Portage now with one loss in DAC play. It was a funky game from start to finish. It just kind of felt off a little bit from the get-go. In terms of the pace and, just the mood out there on the floor. The atmosphere here at Portage, always good. But it had a funkiness to this game, but the Bulldogs were able to scrap and fight their way through for another victory.
Yeah, again, it was a weird vibe. But again, the season's a marathon. You know, we've talked about it. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be peaks and valleys. And when you're as young as Portage, you're going to have great nights, and you're going to have nights where we could have done better. And for Crown Point, you played. Lux played like a senior. That's how he's supposed to play. He did a great job tonight. And what year is Svedek? Svedek's a junior. He's going to be, but he had a nice night also. So we had some Portage guys fighting through injury. They gave it all they had for 32 minutes. But the Lux was the big difference tonight. He was putting the ball in, when he wanted to.
So another win for AJ Lux. It's been a while. He hasn't coached at the varsity level since 2019 for Maryville, but he gets to win here tonight for the Crown Point Bulldogs. Let's go ahead and name our Crown Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crown Companies are proud to recognize the superheroes on the basketball court.
I thought we talked about AJ Luck. AJ Luck scored 24 tonight. He's a senior, shooting forward, going to Bellarmine, going to play, Division I basketball, and that's why. Like he said, he was good from the free throw line. He looked pure. He was balanced when he caught it. He moved well without the basketball, and I thought he had a very nice game tonight.
Double-digit scoring in both halves to give him that 24 and then 8 of 8 from the free throw line as well. Not too shabby. All right, let's take a look at our proud Union Home play of the game presented by IKORCC, the Indiana-Kentucky Ohio Regional Council of Carpenters.
We talked about the Lux to Kingston Roads basket. Lux got the assist, but there was about 5 minutes left, and Portage was making their run, giving their best shot, and Crown Point kind of said, okay, that's enough, and then pulled away from there. But that basket changed momentum and changed the direction of this game toward the end.
Yeah, I felt like that was a big one. I wrote that one down immediately when that happened because there always seems to be kind of that play in a game where, yes, there's obviously AJ Lux had a nice rack attack on the dunk and everything, but in terms of a game where there was momentum building for Portage, when you can have that shot that kind of just feels like something's about to stop the momentum, that just had that feeling to it, and then really it was Crown Point the rest of the way. All right, let's take a look at the Boilermakers Local 374 blue-collar player of the game. Boilermakers Local 374, earn while you learn with Boilermakers Local 374.
I thought that went to Portage sophomore Sam Wellman. Again, 17 points, kind of carried them a little bit tonight. We talked about Jalen Johnson got off to a hot start, but he was quiet there after that in the second half. But Sam played, we also talked about he was trying to bring the energy. There was times he was hitting the ground, clapping his hands, trying to get his guys to play hard, and so that's why he's the blue-collar player of the game here tonight.
Yeah, I like that pick. He was really kind of that guy that make that spark for sure for Portage late in that game. All right, our executive producer, Chris Ramirez, coordinating producer, Nathan Laird, your broadcast crew, myself, Michael Brenner, along with the best, Doug Nelson. Funky Claude Martinez running the production, doing a great job, and Justin Cole getting all the great action shots for you here and doing a great job on the video. Big thanks to Will O'Neill, the AD here at Portage, for getting us. I always love coming here for the broadcast location that we get, the table.
Great view, yeah.
I mean, we're right over the top of the action. It's fantastic. And, of course, a big thanks to Coach Brian Klaus and then Clint Swan and AJ Lux for helping us out with stats and information from Portage and Crown Point, respectively. And then, of course, you, the viewers, on Facebook, YouTube, and regionsports.com. Without you guys, we won't be able to do what we do. So thank you very much. Plenty of action coming your way still this weekend. We've got sectionals for girls basketball. We got regionals wrestling coming up. Should be a fun-filled weekend on the Region Sports Network, so make sure you stay tuned. Again, Crown Point gets the win 60-49 over the Portage Indians. You've been watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.